Excel Module 1, pages 39 through 46. Please read page 39, then flip over to page 40 and just read the top of page 40. All right, to drag and drop the range G18 through H21. Number 1, select the range G18 through H21. So here's G, here's 18, here's H, here's 21. So all of this information from subtotal to total, right? Step number 2, point to the bottom border of the selected range so that the pointer turns into a 4-pronged arrowhead. Okay, here's my white plus sign right there. Do you see it, how you get that 4-pronged arrowhead? Hold down your left mouse button and then all you're going to see is the white arrow. Drag the selection down 1 row, just like that. Now, you'll see the screen tip that says G19 through H22 right next to that white arrowhead. Do you see it? When it says G19 through H22, go ahead and let go of your mouse, and you'll see that you took that range and you moved it down 1 row. Okay, top of page 41. Go ahead and read that couple of quick little paragraphs. To cut and paste the customer contact information. Step number 1, click cell A3. There I am, I'm on A3. Press the Control, Shift, N keys to extend the selection to the last cell in the lower right corner of the worksheet, which is cell H22. Okay, here we go. Hold down Control, then Shift, then your End key. Okay, do you see how that works? Now again, if you missed, no big deal. We'll go back to A3, Control, Shift, End. Step number 3. On the Home tab in the Clipboard group, click the Cut button, or you could use the keyboard command Control X. Then the range will be surrounded by a moving border indicating that it's been cut. So Home tab, Clipboard group, Cut. Step number 4. Click cell A9. Right there. This is going to be the upper left corner of the range where you want to paste the range that you cut. Step number 5. In the Clipboard group, click the Paste button or the keyboard command Control V will work. The range A3 through H22 is pasted into the range A9 through H28. Okay, so we just did our cut. Now we're going to go Home, Clipboard, Paste. Note that the cell reference in the formulas were automatically updated to reflect the new location. Because remember, we put formulas in over here that had the specific cell ranges, and you can see they've correctly updated. Excel does that automatically. Okay, go ahead and read on page 41 about using the count function. Make sure you read this because later we're going to be using some other count functions, COUNTIF and COUNTA. So you need to learn count now, again, so you have that basic knowledge of what this does before we move on in other chapters to more complicated count functions, okay? All right, when you have that done, at the bottom of page 41, to add the order summary, click cell A3, type order ID, and then press your Tab key. Type C10489, and then press your Enter key. Now we should be in cell A4. Make sure you're in A4. If not, just go ahead and click on it. No big deal. Step number 2, type shipping date, shipping date, if I can read today. Okay, shipping date, and press your Tab key. And the date is 4/3/2017. And then press your Enter key. Make sure you're in cell A5. Type delivery as your label. And press your Tab key. Type standard. And then press your Enter key. Go ahead and turn to page 42. In cell A6, type items ordered and then press your Tab key. Now we're in cell B6, and this is where we're going to put in our count function to determine the number of different items ordered. So in cell B6, type equals count open parentheses. Equals count open parent. And remember, capitals don't matter at all in this. So equals count open parentheses, and you can see the syntax come up underneath it. Step number 6. With the insertion point still blinking in cell B6, select the range G9 through G23. The range reference is entered as the argument of our count. Okay, so we want G19, excuse me, not G9, G19 through G23. So we're going to go to G, and we're going to go to 19, and we're going to go down to 23. And I used F, so we're going to try it. By the way, the reason I leave mistakes like that in is so that you'll see how easy it is to fix it. I drug the wrong thing, correct? So what? So just drag the right thing. Take a look. Always take a look. As soon as I looked up there, I saw I had F. No biggie. You move it to G. If it was supposed to be this one, you move it over here. You can do this 100 times until you get it right. It doesn't hurt anything. So now we're on G19 through G23. I have it right this time. And we're going to type our closed paren. And how do you end every single Excel formula? You always hit a stroke of the enter key, right? To make it accept it. So what should our value be? 5. 5 items ordered. Now understand, we're not talking about the quantity. It's literally how many different types of thingies did she order. In this case, it's games. And she ordered 5 different types of games, didn't she? She ordered strategy, family, party, supplies, and strategy, correct? So 5. That's what you were counting. So we counted how many occurrences there were, and again, there were 5 occurrences. Okay. Where was I? I was talking to you, wasn't I? So we did that. We want to be in cell A7, which is where we're located. Type total charge as our label. Okay, total charge, tab key. Type equals to start your formula, because that's how we start a formula in Excel every time. And then click H28. Here's H. I have to scroll down to be able to see 28. And automatically my eyes pop up and I make sure I actually got H28, because if I made a mistake, I would have to back out and try again and hit the right cell. So all we want to do is make sure that that cell equals H28, so press your enter key. So what we did was we said go get the total charge, which we calculated down here, and display it here. So this equals this. And if we made any changes right here, it would be reflected here, and then it also be reflected right there. Okay, pretty simple so far. Let's go ahead and hit save, please. Especially when you're in a lab, you want to hit save a lot, right? All right, on the bottom of page 42, go ahead and read about inserting a column or row. Again, that's something we'll be doing for the rest of the semester, and I want you to be able to learn to do it really quickly and easily. At the top of page 43, again, read about inserting and deleting columns and rows. All right, to insert a row for the missing order item, click the row 21 heading to select the entire row. Okay, do you remember how to do that? You just get that black arrow right there, point at it, black arrow, click, and it selects the entire row. On the Home tab in the Cells group, click the Insert button. Okay, Home tab, Cells, Insert. That's all you have to do. The most important thing I want you to know is it goes above the row you selected. That's really important to know. Okay, the keyboard command is Control-Shift equals. All right, in cell A21, right there, the one we just created that whole row for, enter supplies. Excuse me, enter SU25, and press your tab key, and then it's supplies, and then it's the Trebek Brothers. Do you see how it came up when I typed it? When it does that, if it's correct, just go ahead and hit your tab key. And this is miniatures set 12. And let's see, leave E21 blank and go ahead and press your tab key again. It's 2355. Press your tab key. It's 2. Tab. Okay. Select cell H20. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy the formula here down here. So we had formulas right here all along, but when we inserted this row, this guy didn't get the formula, which we need. So we're going to copy the formula that's here down to here. Okay, this time they want you to use the keyboard command. So the keyboard command to copy is Control-C as in copy. You can see the dancing ants go all the way around it, right? Click on cell H21. The keyboard command to paste is Control-V as in victory. And it copied the formula. Press your escape key, please, to knock that off. And you'll see that you copied your formula right here, and this is now F21 times G21, right? Okay, good job. Flip to the next page. Read page 44. And now we are going to move to delete the row containing the box of dice from the order. Click the row 23 heading. Make sure you get the right one. This is row 23 and it has this box of dice order on it. On the Home tab in the Cells group, click the Delete button. Home tab, Cells group, make sure this is right before you do it. Hit Delete. If you hit the wrong one, just hit your undo key. You'll be forgiven and you get to try again. There you go. Okay, go ahead and read the bottom of page 44 and all of page 45 about inserting and deleting a range. And when you get finished with that, go read it. Don't just keep going. Pause, read. All right, on the top of page 46, to insert a range for the store IDs, select the range A17 through A28. All right, where are we? Here's A, here's 17. So A17 through A28. On the Home tab in the Cells group, click the Insert button arrow. Now this time don't just hit Insert. We want the arrow. So we're going to go Home tab, Cells group, and that's the Insert button arrow down there. Go ahead and click that. It's going to give you a drop down. Step number 3, click Insert Cells right here. Insert Cells dialog box opens up. Step number 4, verify that the Shift Cells Right option is selected. If it isn't, click on it. Then click the OK button. New cells are inserted in the selected range and the adjacent cells move to the right. The cell contents do not fit well in the columns and rows they shifted into, so you will resize the columns and rows. Step number 6. Resize the width of column E to 25 characters. Okay, remember you can either get this double-headed arrow and you can drag it to 25. Okay, or you can go over here to your format and your widths and you can do it from your column width over here. Okay, so we did column E to 25. Select the row 19 through 23 row headings. All right, so 19 through 23 row headings. In the Cells group, click the Format button and then click the Auto Fit Row Height. Okay, Home tab, Cells group, Format, and this time we want to auto fit our row height, which is a lot easier than doing it by hand. Resize the height of row 19 to 30. So we want to go to row 19, right here. The height is currently 45, and we want to go to 30. Perfect. All right, when you have that done, go ahead and hit save, and you're ready to move on to your next video.